Okay, here we are, guys. So question 19. So now they want us to find 3 squared plus 10. Okay, so this is easy because we should know that 3 squared just equals 9. How do you know that? The 2 here represents with multiplying 3 by itself twice. So it means 3 times 3. If the question said 4 squared, this means 4 times 4. If it says something different like 5 cubed with 3, this means you multiply the 5 times 3 times in a row, so 5 times 5 times 5. Anyway, back to the question. 3 squared is 9. 9 plus 10 is 19. Easy. Question 20. 0.9 divided by 10. Okay, so all you have to do is realize that when you're dividing by 10 or 100, you're just shrinking the number by moving the decimal place across. So this means dividing by 10, you move one place. So 0.9 becomes 0.09. If you had to divide this number by 100, you just move it back twice, so you shrink it twice, so it'll be 0.009. So we see how the pattern goes. Okay, in this case the answer is going to be this one, 0.9. Alright, so 21, 4 take away 1.15. Now all you have to do is realize that you're doing a whole number, take away another whole number with a decimal. So the first thing I want you guys to do is to line up the whole numbers and then copy out the decimal underneath. So if it doesn't have a decimal top, you just put out zeros, because 4.00 is the same as 4. Now go ahead and subtract, guys. So nothing take away 5 is what you can't do. So you have to borrow from nothing. You cannot borrow, so you need to borrow from the very first number, the 4. Borrow from 4, this becomes a 3. Pass to the next number, so this is now a 10. Borrow from 10, that becomes a 9, and then this one becomes a 10. So now we can do it. So 10 take away 5 is 5. 9 take away 1 is 8, guys. And last one, 3 take away 1 is 2. And hence we have 2.85. Good job, guys. Okay, here's another okay looking question. So we're going to do 1,320 divided by 12. There's a nice trick over here, guys. Firstly, you can try and simplify this. I always like to write this as a fraction over 12 and see if I can reduce it. So we ask ourselves, can we divide it by anything? Can we simplify it? Yes, let's try and simplify it by 2, yeah? So dividing up and down by 2. Let's have a look. What happens here? So actually I don't need to write this. Just divide it by 2 mentally, yeah? So half of 12 will give us 6. And half of this number, well, let me just do it here. So half of 1, you can't do half of 13. How many 2's go to 13 is a question. Will give us 6 remainder 1. 6, 2 into 12 is 6 again, and 2 into nothing is nothing, so 660. Can we simplify this again? Yes, we can divide up and down by 6, because they look like they're in the 6 times table. So this becomes 1, and divide this by 6, you get 110. So you get 110 divided by 1, which is 110. That's just how I would do it. Okay, next one, long multiplication. Okay, this is not bad, this is easy actually. So let's have a go. So you pick the first number and you multiply both of them. Shift to the left, pick the next number, multiply again. So 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 7 is going to be 42. Easy. Now that's done. So we cross this out and then just leave a gap here. 4 times 1 is 4, and then 4 times 7 here is going to be 28. And now we just add them up. Okay, so remember this one is a gap, so we don't need to worry about it. So 6 add nothing is 6, 2 add 4 is 6, 4 add 8 is 12, carry the 1, let's put up here, 1 add 2 is 3. And that's it, the answer is 3,000, oops, that's not 3, 3,266. Okay, good stuff, man. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, question 24. 4 7s plus 5 7s. Very easy. You just add up the top halves of the fraction because they have common denominators. They're both over 7. So this means 4 plus 5 is 9 over 7. And just to make it look better as a mixed number, how many 7s go into 9? We get 1 remainder 2. So it'd be 1, 2 7s. So both answers are correct. You could probably use any one. Okay, next one. 20% of 1800s or 1800. So the easy way to do is to find 10% and then double it. So 10% of this number, 1800, you just divide this by 10. So dividing this by 10, you should get 180. And then 20% is just double of this number. So 2 times this value will give us 360. So you can check it by doing long multiplication. You get 2 times nothing is nothing, 2 times 8 is 16, 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. Okay. 15 times 6.1. Okay, so 2 ways. You could do long multiplication, which I think might be easier. So let's just do it actually. 15 times 6.1. So you treat this like normal. So 1 times 5 is, so ignore the decimal here. So 1 times 5 is 5, 1 times 1 is 1. Then move it across. 6 times 5 is 30, carry the 3. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 3 is 9. Now you just add them up. So you're going to get 519. And because the decimal place is shifted 1 across, so you just add up how many times it moved. It moved once across, so it'll be here, 91.5. A good way to check is to estimate what's 15 times 6. Well, if you work this out, you should get 90. And then you can see that 90 is close to 91.5, so this is correct. Okay, always good to estimate.